Six-pack abs are, of course, an absolutely special thing. There's a whole cult around the abs. People strive for it, people brag about it, people want to have it. This is perhaps the driving force that makes us go to the gym and do endless curls on the abs. And what happens to our body if we do abs every day? What changes will occur? In fact, the changes will be very, very significant because this exercise will affect not only the appearance of our abdomen, but many other things too. So watch the video till the end, and we will find out what will happen to your body if you exercise your abs every day. By the way, friends, don't forget to be sure to subscribe to my channel and click on the bell too. Don't miss any of my news. The first and most obvious change is, of course, our athletic performance. In addition to the obvious improvement in the abs, primarily the rectus abdominis muscle, we will also raise our results in other exercises. Because if our abs are trained in endurance, it means that our body can concentrate more energy on other muscles when they work, and our abs are involved in so many exercises. This includes squatting, running, swimming, and so on. So better trained abs will allow to draw more resources to the target muscles when we do other exercises. The next very nice addition to pumped up abs is to reduce the likelihood of back pain, because it has been proven that one of the very common causes of low back pain is an underdevelopment of the abs, meaning that in a large number of cases people have started pumping their abs, and it has helped them get rid of their low back pain. Going further, if you work your abs regularly, you'll have a great strengthening of your diaphragm, because abs exercises train both the diaphragm and the intercostal muscles. A strong, healthy diaphragm will help you a lot when you're learning breathing exercises. In particular, diaphragmatic breathing is great for reducing stress levels and more applicable to athletes. Increases endurance. A strong diaphragm means deeper and better breathing, which means more oxygen, which means we can run longer. And not just running, swimming, jumping, cycling, working out, anything. The next point is particularly surprising, but very interesting nonetheless. Regular abs exercise improves your cognitive abilities. That is, roughly speaking, it pumps your brain. Of course, it has been proven that in general physical activity improves our brain. It gets more oxygen to it, it improves capillarization, it improves the production of neurotransmitters, and it improves mood and learning ability as well. Yes, this effect of exercise has been proven, we all know that, but there was one study where scientists were comparing the effects of different exercises on cognitive ability, and they had surprising results. It turned out that those people who scored the highest on abs exercises had the best performance in their studies. Of course, it is too early to say that there is a direct correlation, but nevertheless, it is a very interesting study that will give us motivation to pump our rectus abdominis muscle. But this raises a very serious question. How feasible is it to pump your abs every day? For example, the popular challenge, 100 lifts every day for 30 days. We don't pump our chest every day. We don't pump our back every day. And what about the abs? There are certain peculiarities here. First of all, the abs are among the muscles that recover faster. The more massive muscles, such as the quadriceps, require more rest. And the rectus abdominis muscle is not massive and thin. Recovery is faster. Plus, the factor of the number of repetitions is very important. If we do small number of reps, for example, no more than 10, and this is our limit, then after this you need to recover for several days, and sometimes a week. But as a rule, in the case of abs, we have a lot of repetitions, much more than 10. It can be 20 or 30. And then after 30 repetitions, we may not even tire the muscle, but just feel a burning sensation. And that's a completely different story. It's one thing when we fatigued our power fibers, did 10 repetitions, and experienced total failure. It's another thing when we did 20 to 30 repetitions, and we experienced not so much muscle failure, but pain and burning. After such a load, the muscle recovers much faster than after a power workout. That's why if we are lifting 20 or more reps in each workout, we don't need to rest for several days or even for a week. It will recover faster. But if we do such exercises on abs, where the number of repetitions is less than 20, and we feel real failure that we can't lift anymore, in this case, I would not recommend to pump it every day, Swing at least every other day or every 2 days in this case. So as we see, our body is very complex. There are no universal solutions and approaches. Everything is individual and everything needs to be approached head-on. So if we want to set ourselves a challenge to do abs every day for a month and see what changes, I'm not going to discourage it. It's interesting. Give it a try. The advice I'll give you is don't exercise every day to the point of failure. And if you are going to pump your abs every day, then choose such exercises and such weights that will allow you to do more than 20 repetitions and not to get tired. Otherwise, you will be doomed to overtraining. Another question that people very often ask, and a certain myth that people have. In order to have abs on our belly, we have to pump our abs. It's kind of logical, but it's not quite like that. First of all, our abs are visible. Those famous 6, and some have 8 cubes. In fact, that's because there are 8. The so-called upper abs are 6 cubes, and the lower abs are 2 more. So first of all, for them to become visible, we have to have a low-fat layer. This is the most important factor, and only factor number 2 is the hypertrophy of the rectus abdominis muscle. So first of all, we need to lose weight in general, and second of all, we need to pump our abs to make our cubes noticeable. But as you and I have already found out, you need to pump abs not only for cubes, but in general for the wellness of our body. Therefore, even if you have a high percentage of subcutaneous fat, it is still worthwhile to work out your abs. It will be very useful. But is it possible to reduce fat in those places that we pump? Mostly no. Fat at us burns at the level of total metabolism, and the body itself will decide where it deposits more fat cells, and where it deposits less, and where it will burn them first, and where it will burn them second and third. So if we pump more belly, we're not going to get more targeted fat burning in the belly, or pump more legs so that more fat burns in the legs. No. With the muscles, yes, it works. The muscles that we pump are the ones that grow, but there's no such direct connection with fat. We can't directly pump those places so that fat is burned there directly. And one more very important recommendation. Remember the intensity and increase the load. When we start lifting abs, we of course take the most basic exercises. But when you can do more than 20 repetitions on the basic exercises, it's time to choose something more intense. There are a huge number of abs exercises, both with weights and with your body, that are more intense. That are not so suitable for the beginner, but they are suitable for advanced athletes, and that will help you really push your abs to higher levels, so that you don't do it 50 times, but do, for example, 15 to 20, and really get tired after that. And that will lead to hypertrophy of the muscles to a greater extent. 15 to 20 reps, not 50 to 80. By the way, friends, how do you work your abs? And what exercises do you prefer? Share in the comments. Tell me, will be interesting. And now I highly recommend that you watch my other video, the link to the video you just had on your screen. And if you like this video, you have to like it and subscribe to my channel. See you soon.